Hey man, it's me, Bender's Automotive, and I'm back here to give you a quick checklist of just regular things that you should be checking on your car. This is a great example. This is an '05 Silverado 1500 with a 5.3 LS in it. GM makes a bazillion different cars and trucks that have this motor in there. So this is a very common thing many of you can be looking at. You with your Tahoes and your Suburbans and your Yukons, lots of those have this motor in it. And so when you're at the gas station, when you put the pump in and you're letting it fill and you're sitting there waiting, pop the hood, man. There's some really easy stuff under here you can look at. What's nice about all of these fluid containers is for the most part, you can see right on the side of them how much fluid's in them without even opening them. And then there's marks here for minimum and maximum. Check all of those things. Anything that you can see really easily under the hood. You've got your brake fluid over here. You've got your radiator overflow right here. Again, real easy to see. There's marks on the side of this thing. Marks are on this side on this one. So here's your radiator overflow. And this is also something to take note of. Like, see how dirty and sludgy looking this container is? This is actually something that if I'm the consumer on this and this is my truck, this is something that I want to know about. Is this fluid really, oh man. Well, if you can see it, what I'm looking at in there is it's basically the antifreeze is brown. It looks like this thing drove through a mud lake or something like that. So that's a situation. If this is your car and you see this in here, okay, it's time to do a radiator service, and it's flushing it all out, draining all of it, and then flushing the thing with water until we get the water to run clean. Because if that radiator has so much dirt in it that the fluid is all brown and sludgy like that, that means all that brown sludgy fluid is throwing through your motor and leaving deposits in there, which is going to take a small problem and it's going to exacerbate it and make it worse and worse and worse until you could get to the point where you overheat the motor and then it's donezo. Other easy stuff under the hood. Remember, we talked about these guys. Oil dipstick, almost always yellow. And then finally, we got a good example where they're not both the same color, but the transmission dipstick is this kind of red, orangish, sometimes it's pinkish color, but these guys are sticking right out at you. So remember, we check our oil, we check our transmission. This is sort of an extra step for those feeling savvy. And then one final thing that is a real easy check that most people probably never do, and you will get your hand a little bit dirty because it tends to be a little bit dirtier, but every car nowadays has power steering, which means there is a power steering pump. It's going to be on the front of the motor. Front wheel drive cars and motors turn sideways, so the front of it would be over there, but it's going to be down here somewhere. It's one of these accessories that's driven by the belt that's on the front of the motor, and it's usually down low, and it's always marked. The lid of this thing is always marked, so you can see. The way you know it's power steering is that's supposed to look like a steering wheel that's on it. But this is just a little tiny reservoir. It's real easy to check. The dipstick is connected to the cap on this thing. So you can take this guy out, wipe it off, and then recheck it. And it has a high side and a low side. You have a hot and a cold. And then final thing to look at underneath the hood is the battery. This battery is brand new, so it looks great. But when they're leaking and corroded, then it's time to replace.